In this video, I'm going to show you how you can grow your email really fast, leveraging the power of Facebook and Instagram ads, and exactly how we've added nearly 5,000 people to our email list in the first quarter of 2025. It's a really simple strategy, and I'm going to break it down for you today.
Hey, Zach Smuggler here, and I have been running Facebook and Instagram ads for online course creators for both myself and in my agency for the past 10 years. And I want to talk to you about how you can get more people off of Facebook and Instagram and onto your list leveraging advertising. But before we even get into ads, it's really important that we talk about your freebie. Now, so many people create a freebie, the thing you give in exchange for the name and email as like something that's just not going to get the sales at the end of the day. And so I think it's really important that we start by talking about how do you create the freebie people want? And for me, there's 4 criteria that a freebie needs to have to make sure that it's relevant for me and for my audience and for my business. The first thing is that it needs to be desirable, or said another way, it needs to actually solve a problem. Too many people, like I said, are creating these freebies that are like really high level or really basic. And if you can actually solve a problem for someone that they're thinking, oh, I have this specific issue. If you can solve that, people then start to see you as the expert, which is number 2. It needs to be valuable, right? And so solve a specific problem, but also actually solve a problem. Don't give people the what, and then be like, oh, but if you want to know how to fix this issue, you have to pay me. Actually give people value in your freebie. And not only will they view you as an authority because of the value, they'll also view you as an authority because you helped solve an actual problem they were facing. The third thing is that while all of that's important, value and problem solving, it also needs to be digestible. And what I mean by that is you need to make sure people can actually get through your freebie in 20 to 30 minutes. A lot of people equate value to length or bulkiness of a freebie, but the reality is the value is in can you get someone an outcome in a short period of time, because most people are going to open a freebie once or twice and never come back to it. So you really want to get them an outcome really quickly. And then finally, make sure your freebie is relevant, okay? You want to make sure that the freebie you offer, the problem you solve, is relevant to your paid offers down the road. This is a huge mistake I see people make. And this is a little over the top, but here's an example. Don't do an Instagram Reels freebie if your training that you want to sell is on how to create Instagram stories, right? Because someone who wants to make Reels isn't necessarily someone looking to create stories. So those 4 criteria, again, are number 1, desirable, number 2, valuable, number 3, digestible, and number 4, relevant. Start there, and then when you grow your list, you'll be getting the right people. Okay, so now that you have your freebie that you're going to use to grow your list, your next question is going to be, what kind of ads do I run? And to that, I simply say instant forms. Now, instant form Facebook ads are these incredible ads that you can run on Facebook where people put their name and email in the form on Facebook. It's called a Facebook instant form. And what's really great about these is that they live in Facebook. You don't need the pixel, you don't need a landing page, you don't need a website. You can start growing your list right now. And you might be thinking, well, I want to drive people to my website, but let me tell you, there is so much value in running Facebook instant form ads. Basically, they're cheaper. That's the big caveat, right? They're a lot cheaper. But why are they cheaper? Well, number 1, when you keep people on Facebook, Facebook rewards you with what's called a lower CPM, which stands for cost per 1,000 impressions. When you run Facebook ads, you don't pay for the engagement or the clicks or the leads. You actually pay just for the ad to be seen. And so using instant form ads actually lowers what Facebook charges you. We also find that instant forms have a higher opt-in rate, meaning more people who click on the ad actually fill out their name and email than on a traditional landing page. If it costs less for the ad to be shown and more people actually convert, that means your cost per lead, or your CPL, is going to be lower. So you get more leads, you pay less for people to see your ads, and you're going to ultimately spend less per lead. So I'm a huge fan of instant form ads because they're just so effective at getting people on your list. But the big question then is like, if I'm going to run these instant form ads, what do I actually say in my ads to get people to click and convert? So let's talk about copy. So copy is what you say inside of your ad, and I'll refer to that as copy or copywriting throughout this video. But what's nice about Facebook ads is you can write whatever you want. If you're really great at social media captions, think of it as a caption because it really is just a post that lives on Facebook and Instagram ad that you pay for it to be seen. But if you're someone who really thrives on structure and process, I get you. I'm the same way. Let me walk you through how I actually break down my copy flow. So, my copy flow is basically made up of six pieces: hook, question, authority, content, call to action, close. Okay. So, the way this works is you want to hook people in with the first line of your copy. You want to say something that grabs attention, like tired of struggling with Facebook ads. Feel like you're throwing money down the drain when you run Facebook ads. Something that makes people stop and be like, oh my gosh, that I relate to that. Then I like to add a question. The question should help people self-identify. Is this ad, is this what I'm looking at, reading, about to click on right for me? So I'll say things like, are you a course creator? Are you an online business owner? Are you tired of XYZ, right? So I'll have, sometimes my hook is a question, and sometimes, always, my question is a question, but sometimes I'm gonna have a question and a second question, like a attention grabber and a qualifier, right? Then I have a short one or two sentences on authority. Why should people trust you? Think about it. You are, to most people you run ads to, some stranger on the internet. So think about saying, hey, my name is Zach Spuckler. I've been running Facebook ads for over a decade, and I've helped over 10,000 students run their own ads. And I want to talk to you today about the next section, content. What is it you're giving them? So that's why it was so important that we started with your freebie. What is it that you're actually going to give them? I'm giving you a free training where you're going to learn boom, boom, boom. My favorite structure is one sentence about what they're getting, three bullet points, and then a call to action. So you always in your ads want to say, click to get your free blank, right? A call to action will always increase your click-through rate. And then the last section is an optional close. So I just sign off like, hope to see you inside, Zach, right? You do not have to have a close or a sign off, as some people call it, but if it feels good for you and your brand, it's absolutely something you can layer in. So your copy flow, what you write with the ad, is going to be hook, question, authority, content, call to action, and then close it out. So once you got your freebie and your copy, you might be wondering, well, what should my ad look like? And to me, there are really four simple types of ads that I like to run. The first is a stock photo style ad. So you can use something like Pexels or Unsplash or even the Canva library of content and use a stock photo. I find that these work better in softer niches, like not business to business, but more like art, spirituality, things where people are developing a soft skill. A stock photo can work really, really well. The second type of image I like is a mock-up. So I will just mock up a visual representation of what they're getting. So if it's a video, I may show a video on a computer screen. If it's a PDF, I may show the PDF fanned out. I'm just giving them a visual mock-up of what they can expect. The third type is lifestyle. So a lifestyle photo is exactly what it sounds like. It's more you just living your life. So things that have worked well are pictures of me, selfie style at the computer, recording my podcast, shooting video for YouTube, or even like there's one that's done really well of me just chilling in the pool when I was visiting California, right? The one thing I want to say is that these work better when they look like native social media content as opposed to like formal brand photography shoots. So like you with a long dress and a big hat on the beach with a professional photo, it can work, but generally the selfie iPhone style photos are going to work better. And then the last type of image that I love to test is a text-based image. And there used to be a rule with Facebook where you couldn't have too much text on your photo, but they've gotten rid of that. So this will be like a really big, like attention grabbing headline that lives right on the image. So like, want to grow your list by 100 people? Boom, just a big image that shows you what you're getting in a text format. So stock photo, mockups, lifestyle, and text are my four go-to image types. Of course, with images, think outside the box, try new things. We've tried other things like memes, reel styles. There's all kinds of things you can do. But if you're someone who, again, likes that structure and that process, and you're like, just tell me how to get started, stock, mockup, lifestyle, and text. Okay, so here is the secret sauce, right? So you've got your freebie, your copy, your images. But where most people stop is they run these ads for $5-10 and they go, it didn't work. The key is that you want to test two sets of creative. with two sets of copy, right? So two different sets of images with two different sets of copies, which means you have four different variations that you're texting. Copy one, copy one, image two, copy two, image one, or image two, copy one, image two, right? So you've got all four variations that you're testing. Then you're going to split them over 5 to 10 different audiences. And with Facebook ads, when I say audiences, I'm talking about running ads to a specific interest group or a specific audience. For example, people who like Amy Porterfield, people who follow Elizabeth Gilbert, people who shop at Whole Foods, right? I'm going to choose 5 to 10 audiences because what will happen is I'm then testing 20 to 40 different ads and placements together. And what I do is I spend about $50 to $100 in testing to see what's working the best. Okay. Now you might be like, Zach, you said I only need to spend about $10 a day. Yes, ongoing. But what you want to do initially is front load your test with $50 to $100 to identify what ads together work the best, what audiences together work the best, and then you can kind of trim down over time, right? So you let these ads run 1 or 2 days, and then after a couple days, you then go back in and say, okay, I like this ad in this audience, and I'm going to run it for $5 a day ongoing. That is the secret that most people don't know. It's not just go run them and hope they work. It's create an intentional split test of copy, imagery, and targeting to find what works the best. Then test, refine your audiences, reduce your spend, and over time you can scale up if that's what you decide you want to do. If you're watching this and you're thinking, this is great, but how do I actually do this? I want help. I want support. I want structure. Well, I want to let you know that from April 28th to May 2nd, 2025, I am hosting a 5-day Facebook and Instagram ads for list building bootcamp where I'm going to walk you through everything that I talked about in this video. We're going to help you identify your perfect freebie, write your copy. We're going to give you copy frameworks, AI prompts that you can use to get great copy spit out. We're going to give you image templates and walkthroughs and frameworks and Canva templates. We're going to show you over the shoulder how to set these ads up in Facebook with the split testing for $50 to $100. We're going to show you how to optimize and scale and get your spend down to $5 to $10 a day so you have ongoing Facebook and Instagram ads running for list building. If you're like, I'm all in, theadsbootcamp.com is the place to go. So that's theadsbootcamp.com. I'll also link it below in the description if you want to check it out, but you don't have to. Of course, I'd love to have you. But here's the thing that I want you to understand. I know so many people learn by being hands-on, and for that 5 days, we are all hands on deck. It's myself, multiple team members. We are in a private community. We're reviewing your copy. We're giving you templates. We make this process so simple that over 3,500 people have done it. And the average person rates our bootcamp 9.6 out of 10, according to over 150 active reviews. So again, if you want to join us, you can head over to theadsbootcamp.com and I'll link that up in the description below. So now you know how to grow your list every single day with Facebook and Instagram ads. And just to do a super quick recap, it comes down to choosing the right freebie, leveraging Facebook instant forms, getting the right copy and imagery, following the framework and processes that we gave you for imagery, and then split testing your copy, your images, and your audiences to find the ads that convert the best. Now, like I said, we have added literally tens of thousands of people to our list leveraging this strategy, and our launches get bigger and better every time because we are always growing our list, always growing our audience, and always reaching new people. Now, if you found massive value in this video, don't be afraid to hit that like button and subscribe. I'll be releasing new videos on a regular basis, and I love sending them to you. So hit like, hit subscribe. Feel free to comment below and let me know what you think, and let me know, are you going to be running Facebook and Instagram ads to grow your list? I hope you are, because there is so much value in these, and I cannot wait to hear that you are growing your email list faster, quicker, and easier with Instagram and Facebook ads. From Instagram to Facebook. That's so bad. Okay, here we go. I really wanted to let you know, no,